What the hell happened in Hotel 481? Before I start telling you the most horrible story ever, don't hesitate to follow and comment what would you do. Reflecting on the surreal fragments of my childhood, there's one memory that stands apart, wrapped in a shroud of mystery and dread. My mind often wanders back to when I was 6, to a family trip that veered into the realms of the inexplicable. We were visiting a quaint town in England, notable for its abundance of cathedrals. The search for accommodation led us to Hotel 481, a place that, despite its Victorian elegance, emanated an eerie aura from the moment we stepped inside. As my parents engaged with the reception, my young self was drawn to a bead maze in the lobby, a simple distraction that quickly became an unsettling encounter. Behind the curtains, a tall, obscure figure with unnaturally long fingers caught my attention. Something primal within me compelled me to wave, a gesture it hauntingly mirrored. That evening, after my parents briefly left me alone in our room to retrieve forgotten wallets, I encountered a note slid under the door that read, "Now you are all alone." The words, though simple, sent a chill down my spine, a prelude to the unnerving events that night. I awoke to find a gaunt figure in the room, its smile painted in red on a mask, or so I had thought. Despite my fear, there was a bizarre sense of connection, and I waved back, a gesture of innocent acknowledgement that I would come to regret. The following day brought no respite. The hotel's playground, deserted and forlorn, was where I met Nine, a being whose intentions were as masked as its face. It offered companionship in the loneliness, drawing me into a game of hide-and-seek that would lead me into the forest behind the hotel. There, amidst makeshift graves too numerous and chillingly sized, I realized the gravity of my situation. Nine's game was no innocent pastime but a lure into something far more sinister. The realization hit me hard as I stumbled upon the grave-like mounds scattered through the forest. Each step took me further into Nini's macabre world until a voice shattered the illusion of adventure. "Now you are all alone," Nine echoed the note from before, revealing the twisted joy in isolating his prey. My instincts screamed at me to flee, to escape the friend who sought to keep me forever in a game with no end. Running back to the hotel, breathless and tearful, I collided with an employee who saw Nine and understood my terror. She was Alice, a name that would later haunt me, for she belonged to no known roster of the hotel's staff. My parents, though skeptical, decided to leave, driven by my distress. Years later, the ashes of Hotel 481 whispered tales of disappearances, mostly children, their fates perhaps marked by the graves I had seen. My return to the town uncovered a chilling detail. There was no record of an employee named Alice. This revelation, coupled with the hotel's history of vanishing guests, painted a macabre picture of what Nine represented, and the role the hotel might have played in his twisted games. The remnants of Hotel 481 hold secrets of a darkness that preyed on the innocent. As for Nine, his existence remains a haunting question. What becomes of such a malevolent being when their hunting grounds are no more? The fear that once he sought to tie up loose ends keeps me vigilant, pondering the fate of those who escape the shadows, only to find them lurking, patient and undiminished, in the corners of their memories. Follow for part 2.